think you can
Welcome
to what is this episode?
I don't know.
Okay, I know we never did an episode. We did
an episode. An episode got lost.
Maze,
Let's just say an episode got lost. So
that's so suckish, man.
This is creator circles problems.
Man,
These things happen all the time.
that was
CTRL-S, people. CTRL-S. Save your project.
Today we are joined by Eugene from OTB Pod.
Yeah.
Out
One
the
in
Booth
the
podcast.
old.
Welcome to our podcast.
Shukran.
So
Thank you.
you're not the first guest. Well, officially you are, but you're not, because the episode that was lost, we had a guest. Shout out to Nene K. We have to speak to him again, but that was lost. I don't know where Bukaji is to explain him what happened, but some shit went down and we never got to finish we never got to release the episode.
Sad, man.
It's sad. It happens. We apologize for those who waited for an episode and didn't get one. Technical difficulties, to say the least. So this is episode
32. But 33. 33 but 32.
Yeah. So let's say it's episode 33. It will go up as episode 33.
Yeah.
We'll do episode 31 whenever.
And I know you're wondering why we're playing
Camp Mulla.
throwback jam from Camp Mulla.
How are you guys? How are you doing?
But we'll explain
We'll
that.
explain in a few.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing well. I'm fine, man. This weather things are just making everything so appropriate in terms of like I'm just chilling at home. So there's no moving around and whatnot.
You've joined the wave.
What wave?
The one that I was on.
Oh.
That people are now catching
Safe
up
to say.
The one for people.
Safe to say.
Have you been, Eugene?
Hey, I've been good, always keeping up with the podcast, keeping up with the latest in the music scene, chilling ka kawaida. There's nothing much that goes on.
What albums have you been listening to?
Yeah.
Hey, of late, when it comes to albums, I've been catching up on the old ones mostly. So a lot of Outkast, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a lot of Outkast. Aquemini is very, very, very. It's one of my top albums. I do this thing with albums where I don't just listen to them. I
You let them. Oh, you review them.
I review them kabisa, like listening to the whole thing fully. So that will, when you come back to you come back to it like 3-4 times, so that at the end you feel like I have gone through the whole album experience. So yeah.
Do you want to tell the guys what Out the Booth podcast is all about?
So yes, Out the Booth podcast, aka OTB Pod KE, the one and the only podcast. It's a Kenyan music podcast necessarily. What we do is cover a lot of Kenyan music. It's actually cover only Kenyan music. Okay. We keep it that specific. That's the only thing we cover. We talk about select industry issues. Like last week we had you on the podcast. Pepper was in class.
That's what he said. And none of us believe that he was in class, but we let that fly.
But also, you also on the previous episode, the one before the last.
We did with La Music Junkie.
Yes, the one with La Music Junkie, that one.
Shout out to La Music Junkie.
Shout out to her, by the way.
Yeah, that's what we do mostly.
She doesn't go by her official name in this podcast circles, right?
She does, but she prefers La Music Junkie. Joy Rogoro, that's her name. Yeah.
Shout out to Joy.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd met her, and we had a wonderful time recording. And now today you're on our podcast.
Today I'm the one.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we before we started, we were getting a breakdown on Camp Mulla and what Camp Mulla. Okay, so Camp Mulla were a Kenyan group. Their first song was released in 2011, I would think, early. Party Don't Stop, which took the industry by storm. And by storm, I mean you couldn't turn on the radio and go 15 minutes without hearing that song. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but it was played a lot.
Well, I wouldn't say Party Don't Stop was the first one.
Like, let's say
the first radio hit was Party Don't Stop.
Yes.
Yeah, but the first one was, I think, there's another song before even Feel No Pain. There's like another one the year before.
So Party Don't Stop was the first song that
publicly
did well.
Yeah,
and from there on, they went on to garner a lot of success from their music. They were loved all around the continent in Africa, and all of a sudden, after maybe 3-4 years, their music they just stopped like that. And we got different explanations from different people about why they stopped. And it will be fair to say that everybody was sad that they stopped. Like everybody was feeling a kind of way that they stopped. I myself was feeling a kind of way that they stopped. Now, the reason why we're discussing Camp Mulla is because Miss Karun, she's part of Empower Africa, and she recently released a song, Glow Up, from...
Come to think of it, how did she even get into Empower? I thought it was only Beatty who, the Kenyan export was only Beatty.
No. There was Beatty, there was Prince, and there was...
Is Prince Beatty's Nini?
What?
Fling boyfriend.
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's not that. Oh, okay.
No, there was Prince, there was Beatty, and I also didn't know Karun was there.
Me, Karun, I was actually surprised to see on the video.
So I think the top 10 or the top 20 are the ones who went to South Africa, but the rest was still chosen.
Oh, and they were still given money.
Yeah, I'm still feeling...
I hope it's because of merit.
I'm still feeling for Boutros because he lost it because of documentation.
Are you sure of that?
How?
I saw that.
That's what he said. That's what is going on in the rumor mill.
Yeah, that's the rumor mill.
That's the rumor mill.
I really doubt it.
What do you mean documentation?
Like he didn't have
was supposed
his
to go to South
passports.
Africa, but
For
he didn't
Empower,
have.
he didn't have
He
his
didn't
passport.
take his Huduma number.
Yes, the earliest victim of Huduma number.
Wow, okay, that's sad to hear. And the passport process takes...
But he did explain. He did say that was part of the reason. I think on a video, I don't know if it is IG or Snap. He was like, "Hey guys, get your documentation together."
Shout out to you, Boutros.
Shout out to Boutros. Did I tell you I met that guy once?
No.
But we were we weren't ourselves. Let me just say that in short.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was one of those nights.
Interesting.
Yes. So I said hi to him. I don't even think he remembers me, but shout out to him. So he missed out on that. But now Karun came with Glow Up, which is an amazing song. And it has everything that New Nairobi has to offer in terms of visuals. The people that are there are from people who are actively in the scene.
Yeah.
Art direction.
Just everything about that song is New Nairobi. And and so we were wondering, we were wondering, are Camp Mulla the originators of the New Nairobi scene?
I think so.
Why do you say that?
Because New Nairobi speaks something fresh.
Okay.
Something like a fresh breath of air. You get like something you've never had before.
Yeah.
And when Camp Mulla came back in 2011, 2012, around that time, it was something fresh. We were used to hearing the Kapukas and the Genge.
Yeah.
And then Camp Mulla just came and gave us one song that gave, I'd like to say this new generation artists, like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What have we just had? Are these kids even Kenyan? I remember I was in high school when I was hearing Camp Mulla. And we had an argument with someone. These are not Kenyans.
Actually, that was a big discussion in high school.
This artist or the song you just played me, this is not from Kenyan.
But Camp Mulla really did bring in that New Nairobi sound. Although
probably originators.
If it comes to origination, yes, they are. But now making it big, are they the ones responsible for it, making it as big as it is right now?
They are probably the biggest artist.
In New Nairobi. In the music direction, yes. When it comes to New Nairobi itself, the culture itself, it started with fashion, if you ask me. The fashion, the photography.
Thrift social
especially. Too many siblings. Those are those kind of guys. Those are the ones that actually made it more of an acceptable thing.
So let me get this right. You're saying New Nairobi is not only the music.
No.
It's a whole scene.
It can't be just music. When you think of
it's a culture.
It's a culture. It's a whole culture.
They're going out.
Okay.
If you think of New Nairobi, you can already see a person.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
So the fact that
I see them every day.
The fact that you can already see a person tells you it's not just music. Because if it was in music only, then you wouldn't have the idea of, okay, this is how it looks like. Like if you see this person,
it needs to be visual now.
Yeah, it's already visual. It's already there.
I get it. I totally get the full scope.
Yeah, because music.
Let me ask Eugene something before we continue. So what you're saying is, besides the visual part of New Nairobi, we could have never termed New Nairobi if it was the music alone.
If it was the music alone, no, we wouldn't have done that.
Okay.
Because now Camp Mulla came in with the sound. Then these other guys came in with the visuals and everything else.
But from where the sound was back then, that's 8 years ago. From where the sound was to where it is now, has it evolved? Is it something
has changed
completely different? And from there, are they really the originators because of that?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Because you see, for a culture to grow, there has to be other things that make it grow. For a culture to grow, there has to be stories. There has to be art. Yeah. Actually, there has to be art. Period.
Yeah.
Let's just say there has to be art.
Yeah.
Camp Mulla, when they came in, they didn't have the dressing.
They did. They made us.
The new Nairobi dress.
They made us want to wear.
Did Karun have shaved, dyed hair?
She was in
big
high
ass
school.
earrings.
She was
and
in high school.
Using a whole bottle of Vaseline on your body. Let me just ask.
Okay, the culture evolved.
Looking oiled like shit.
The culture evolved. Like they made this Amakip, not Amakip, Vazi.
They took Vazi from literally
nothing to just saying shout out to Brayo. Sijui Vazi kutoka Vazi when what's his name? Tayo said that everyone wanted to rock Vazi.
Vazi is not Tayo's brainchild.
No,
because in the song he says
shout out to Vazi
something.
Shout out to Brayo from Vazi.
No, because I
fresh all day
Vazi.
nikichapa kazi.
Yeah. Fresh all day. Yeah, fresh all day. That's the song.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. He wasn't the originator. It's someone called Brayo.
Who's Brayo? Where did Vazi go? Are they still around?
No,
They are still around, but
really?
They're not as big as they were at the time.
Exactly. So I think New Nairobi, even the dressing was. These people give birth to these guys. Sorry about that. We have some guests on the
on the other side.
On the other side. So
lounge.
So this I don't know if you remember, but these guys put snap when Tayo Tripo was rocking snapbacks. People wanted to rock snap.
What was Shambhala?
Shambhala, they were rocking Shambhala.
Shambalas I'll take. Snapbacks I won't.
Why?
Trust me.
Come on, Lil Wayne was the biggest artist at the time.
They even had snapbacks.
They were influenced. Yeah. Look at New Nairobi. New Nairobi is nothing new. Let me just say it's new. It's nothing new. There's nothing new about it. It's all about American culture and mixing it with a bit of African culture. Black American culture mixing it with African culture.
Okay. So
and also bringing back things, from the old days, like dungarees, baggy clothes, these kind of things. Floral prints, everything. It's not. It's just joining all those into making something,
Yeah.
Something.
Okay, let's get back to personally I think Karun gave birth to all is
the mother of all
is the mother ni mama yao all these new artists I'm seeing all these people as much as we're gonna say they're influenced by the West, but imagine you're in high school or you're in middle school and you see Karun, a young lady, she has popularity and she's doing all these things. Yeah. So of course you'll be influenced to be an artist.
It's true. Karun is very heavy influence. Because even if you look at
and I have an argument that Karun is the most successful musical product from Camp Mulla. Personally.
Okay.
That would be up for debate.
See, we still have that's up for debate.
Personally, I think she's the most successful musically.
Because are we looking at musically
in terms of artistic growth?
No, in terms of being known or in terms of musically. Because if it's musically, man, Tayo has been working since Camp Mulla dropped. Yes. They said Camp Mulla is no more, Tayo is still working.
Yeah, and Tayo has.
There's a difference between working. Yes, you're working, but Man-Made Machine is... I know you were about to say that's why I know you were about to say that he put out that project. Was it 2014?
Yeah, I think
that's one of my favorite projects. I don't know from Kenya.
Chill out.
Maybe.
But Karun also dropped a project. I can't remember the name. but she also dropped a solid project. Just check it out.
It's actually, I think, on Spotify.
Check it out. Really? Even on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out. Karun dropped a project. Karun did 500 G's plays on Spotify.
That's Roses. That's just the other day.
Yo, 500 G's.
Oh, that's the
That's
Blinky Bill song.
Roses was just the other day.
The
Yes,
one with-
but that's 500 G's.
That's just the other day. We are talking about
No. Who
success
does?
in the sense of have you been consistent with your work?
I think Tayo is. And Tayo is also a producer.
Exactly. The fact
And Tayo
you
is
did
a
say
DJ
musically.
also.
You did say musically.
Musically, yeah.
He works
Tayo
at-
was known as a rapper then.
Yeah, he
known
works-
as a rapper,
he
but
works in one of
he's
the
still a producer,
he
a
works in one of
DJ.
the best studios in the.
He's
the
also a
continent,
DJ, by the way. Keep that
arguably.
in mind.
Yeah, he's also.
So,
a DJ.
okay, project, they've cancelled each other, right?
Me, I don't know
Because Man-Made Machine, Karun had a project. It's just that I don't know the name. Let me do my research well, and then I'll tell you. Yeah. Another thing. Karun does a lot of live shows. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
this.
that's true. That's
a lot of live shows.
True.
So she's been garnering this.
She went away for a while, for a while, right?
For studies and
And plus
also,
she's a
she's
mom
a
now.
mother.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
So give her that 1 year away for mother.
Yeah, exactly. So comparing Karun and Tayo, nah. I'll pull that card for she's a mother now. She's a mother now. Yeah?
Okay,
I'll pull that card.
if we want to talk about commercially, Karun is doing better than Tayo.
Okay. And Tayo is, Tayo has spread his tentacles.
Exactly.
He's a DJ, he's a producer, and he's also a rapper.
Sing a song.
So when you spread your tentacles, okay, Karun is a bit limited. She's just a singer
Songwriter.
and songwriter.
Yeah.
Performer, mother.
Yeah, okay. and also those, yeah. I'm interested to see, like, that's also a musical family. They are right there because the baby daddy is from EA Wave. I know this is new information.
No, I think I knew that.
I think it's unknown, publicly unknown
Okay,
information.
so we're getting this from Camp Mulla. Another musical family was there.
Yeah.
Eda Gashukia, Susan Gashukia,
Gashukia.
and the son who's Kusma.
Yeah.
Kusma, I think he goes by.
And the dad, the great granddad, wrote a national
Is it
anthem.
the great granddad or the granddad?
I'm not sure.
Granddad.
Granddad.
Kibukosia.
So you see that there's a musical element in that family. And then now here, EA Wave and Karun from Camp Mulla. Imagine.
Now they have a child.
So New Nairobi, this is the first generation of New Nairobi.
It will
Second
say Camp
gen-
Mulla. Yes. Where does okay? So if we're going by that, will Crew Teflon feature in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
In that
gave
as
rise,
much. In that
Okay,
gave,
origi-
it gave
origin-
rise,
let's put
it
it
gave
this way.
rise to groups.
Crew Teflon as big? Was it big enough to create an impact?
An impact in what sense?
Timmy Blanco was that guy.
Timmy Blanco, how long? How many songs? Like those,
Like 3
there were
Kilimani
2
Buzz.
songs.
Yeah,
Come on,
Kilimani
Kilimani Buzz was only on
Buzz.
YouTube. Where do you hear it elsewhere?
Come on, that's all you need this day and age.
No,
That's all you
No.
need. Shout out to Kilimani.
shout out to Kilimani by the way.
Yo, that's all
BV,
you
shout
need
out
in this
Pathways
day
of
and
the
age.
Heart
You
is
don't need
really
radio.
awesome.
Kilimani Buzz made a buzz in Kilimani. The fact that you can just make a song in
And
your
rap in
hood.
your hood, yeah. No,
And
but it
people
wasn't.
vibe with it.
Wasn't that song
Shout
shot
out
on
to
top
Kilimani
of,
moms.
KICC.
Yeah, wasn't it shot on top of case?
It's not about location or shooting. King Kaka shot the video to the song with Cassidy in New York. You see?
Okay.
In a club.
Yeah,
Empty
exactly.
club.
And
Just
it's a Kenyan
put
song.
that
It's
out there.
listened here. So it's not about location.
It was during the
It's
day.
about the
It was
content.
an empty club still.
So it's about the content. You get?
Okay.
So, I mean, Crew
So are
Teflon
Crew
did...
Teflon there.
Yes, they're among the first generation of New Nairobi.
And
artists.
Eugene says no.
Okay, in New Nairobi, no. They are rappers. Crew Teflon are rappers. Like these are
Are
guys.
there rappers in
There are rappers
Nairobi?
in New Nairobi.
Thank you for touching on that.
There are rappers in New Nairobi. J. Kali was a New Nairobi artist.
J. Kali was a rapper.
He was a New Nairobi artist.
He was a New Nairobi artist, but he was a rapper. See,
Rest in peace to J. Kali.
Rest in peace, Nika.
let's rest in peace to him. Because you remember on the last episode, I was
Yeah.
telling you, New Nairobi is all about vibes.
Yeah, that's true.
They might be the least talented people.
That's why we're going for IMDb.
They might be the least talented people.
Like Shores.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they
New
might
Nairobi
be the least
people.
talented people, but they have looks.
Yeah.
They can manage to make quality quality sounds.
Yeah.
And their beats are really
Dope. So you're saying the producer carries 70% of the vibe.
exactly. New Nairobi is actually
Because I've never really understood what
New Nairobi
EA Wave-
did not have musicians, it would still exist. Do you know that?
That's true. Just go to the.
Because EA Wave,
yeah.
think EA Wave.
Yeah.
If you ask me, Crew Teflon and EA Wave had have this in the bag. EA Wave were before Crew, were the ones running in New Nairobi on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because that's where New Nairobi was, SoundCloud.
it still is.
Still is.
on
That's
SoundCloud.
where
Yeah,
it
it's
originated
still-
from. That's where it exists. That's where it actually reigns.
That's it. Yeah.
That's its
New
playground.
Nairobi is like.
That's the playground
Yeah.
for New Nairobi.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see like a New Nairobi, like an event at Alchemist. You go there. I've been there. So like someone is stepping on stage. Yes, you hear, okay, this guy is called maybe Chief. And okay, you are waiting to see the performance, but people are crazy. They're in a frenzy. Chief is about to perform.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
wondering,
okay, Chief,
who is this?
Who's this?
Yeah.
But
So you get-
you go to
so you
SoundCloud,
are-
this guy has the streams for
Yeah,
days.
streams, yeah.
Like 20K.
Like
in
Kali
general,
had
yeah.
24.1K on his songs. 21.4.
The few, very few,
24.1.
I studied this. Very few people reach that. When you reach 20K, you've reached stardom.
Plus he was
In New
featured on
Nairobi.
Colors.
Yeah.
Kali was featured on Colors, by the way.
Colors.
Colors X Studios.
Oh, really?
Just an article though. Just his song. Not him himself.
Oh, but that's still dope.
That's dope.
That's
He-
dope
that
as
means
fuck,
he
I'm
was
saying.
making-
Yeah,
he was in the right direction.
Exactly.
Once again,
the song
just-
is Ego in the Enemy, by the way, featuring Kavinya. You should check that out.
Dope, man.
That's really nice. As in, but for me, it's like the New Nairobi scene still doesn't have a face, and that might be, for me at least.
It has a face.
Who's there?
Doesn't have
Blinky Bill.
Blinky Bill.
Blinky
nah.
Bill.
Blinky Bill is the face for alternative music in Kenya.
Kenya, not New Nairobi.
Not
You
New
sure?
Nairobi. Yeah.
He mingles with those guys.
He's not.
Okay, just
but
to
he's
mention
not
a
New
few.
Nairobi artist.
Okay, probably, if you say that. However, he's reached that stardom where if he shouts you out and you're a New Nairobi,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you'll
okay,
get clout.
yeah, okay.
He
That's
does.
true.
He does.
Yeah.
But he's still the face for alternative. When it comes to New Nairobi, you have to be thinking
EA
anyone
Wave.
below what 25.
It's not age, it's
Yes.
about the music.
No, but also
Yeah, but that music.
Okay, let's just mention
Musically.
mention some New Nairobi artists, maybe 4 or 5.
Sichangi, M Cubed, Ruby,
Yeah.
Bakita Kukim.
Okay, that's 5. You
New Nairobi artists. I go
besides
for-
the ones he's mentioned.
who is this? Janice Iche. I go for Steph Mombi.
Oh shit! Shout
I
out
need to
Steph.
think about these guys, by the way, because there's Rafiki, BV. Okay, no, Ru.by.
That's Ruby.
Yeah.
You see, now you see why New Nairobi has.
That's Ruby.
There's. Let me just check my lists because I have lists. Who else?
You guys have not
Alt
mentioned
Axe.
EA Wave. EA Wave has like 10 niggas.
Hiribe.
But
So
like,
if
those are
it's,
like
there's like
the
Hiribe.
epitome.
Yeah, those
So
are
those are
meant-
like you don't.
Plus,
mention
is
them.
EA Wave still functional, or do they right now they doing their own things? Like there's one of them who went to Red Bull Music Academy. That's Sichangi. Then there's Hiribe. I haven't heard of him.
I
in a
left
long time.
Sichangi complaining that TNT never paid him. I don't know. all I'm saying is this artist, yes, it doesn't matter the age. Maybe probably around mid 20s, early 20s, right?
Yeah.
So if we're looking at like the music they produce,
vibes. Pure
yes,
vibes.
it's vibes, but okay. The reason why I'm not such a big fan of New Nairobi, I like the culture.
Here we go.
I like the culture.
Give us a hot take.
Before you attack me, the reason I'm not such a huge fan, yes, I'll go to the event if I'm dragged along.
And
If you're
dragged
dragged,
also.
you have
If I'm dragged along, yeah, you feel me? So like, the reason I'm not, there's this clique mentality. You get
We talked about that. Like,
there's this clique, yeah. There's no oneness. Okay, there's no oneness. There is within their own cliques. You
Okay,
get?
yeah.
So you go, like I was telling you, I go there. There's this guy called Chief.
Yeah.
This guy has.
I feel like this is a
there's like
particular
a
guy
group
he's
of.
talking about.
There's like a group of shores or dudes. When this guy is going to perform, these guys are hyping, and I'm not saying that's bad. I mean, at least, man, as in you need to mingle with others. You get.
You need to notice something, but the Nairobi guys have this thing where they grew up together.
It's people from the same hoods.
Same hood, same high school, same
And then the fact
campuses.
that you also say that these people might not be the best, most talented musicians.
Let me also put this out there. Same social status.
That's important.
You have
That's
to put
really
that. You
important.
have to put that out
Yeah,
there.
true.
That's really important.
Because the things these guys do, man. Hey, some of us personally, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Personally, on my personal, I can't keep up.
Yo, let me tell you.
Their lifestyle is different from most of people. So these guys, even as they, like you said, the cliquish mentality is it's people they hang around with. It's not that this is just click from click. It's click like they know this guy from afar.
Yeah.
We've done things with this guy that if you come in now,
Exactly, I get
can't.
you. But you're selling, at the end of the day, you're selling music or culture, yeah? And people have to consume this music, yeah? Will you be comfortable for the rest of your career getting 5Gs? You get 5Gs, you get 5Gs, 5Gs, plays on SoundCloud. Is that comfortable? See, you'll get comfortable.
but they don't get comfortable. I think you also need to...
Because if you do click-wise, yes, you're sharing your music with your social people, like on your WhatsApp and your Instagram and everywhere. And the same people are the ones listening. How will you grow?
They don't... Actually, in Nairobi, the thing is, it's not Kenyan. It's not for the Kenyan market. You know that thing where they say you're not the target audience? Nairobi is actually they're the ones who...
So who's the target market?
Their music rings out across the world. Because you see
Who
it's
has
vibes.
done shows abroad?
You see it's vibes.
Yeah, it's vibes.
It's vibes. So this is just a beat. This thing is like a house song. You remember the house was everywhere?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That's the same vibe with Nairobi.
Okay.
So
Now I'm getting a full picture of the whole thing.
You're getting...
you
Yeah.
see. So it doesn't matter if, as in I keep my click and you're not part of it. It doesn't matter to them. I post my song on SoundCloud. The guy in Argentina listens to it, is like, hey, your song is awesome. I played it at my party. I'm a DJ. Plays it. He's good with that. This song grows. Have you ever seen a New Nairobi artist losing followers?
Losing. I've not followed them to that point. Oh shit. You had 5 followers, now you have 2.
They do, as in it does. It's like it doesn't happen for them because you see they're just putting out vibes, just giving me vibes. This is just a beat, a good beat.
Yeah.
This guy picks this beat, flips it, makes it a song. Hey, man, say I heard your song.
Is Mr. Lou in New Nairobi?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
very
heavily
much.
in.
Very,
Shout out to Mr. Lou.
Shout out to
Mr. Lou.
Although I still don't feel... I like that Tropical song, but...
Tropcos.
What's the lady's name at the end? Suki.
Suki, yeah.
Bruh, she should... I don't know.
Suki, the
I don't
one
know who was
Give
engineering that.
artists,
Suki
give
without
artists
ankles.
room to grow.
No, I'm
That's what
just
I keep
saying. I'm
saying.
just saying.
Give artists room to grow.
I don't know who was engineering that session.
See, I told you they don't have to be the most
She
talented
shouldn't have
artists.
got...
Yeah.
She shouldn't have got out of that studio with that vocal take just being like that. That's all I'll say.
No, I think it just creates the whole vibe to the song.
But it does. It actually
makes
does.
the song
It actually
more
sounds
So
like
human.
exactly brings
So
that humanity.
era. This
Exactly.
era, yes, you can lose your voice.
Plus, you want to Tropco still bangs even.
It's
Yeah.
it's yo. I
When
love
I
that
log
song.
into my SoundCloud, it's usually
I
there
love. I really
recommended.
I really love that song.
My best so far my most played. I was looking at my most played SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It was Steph Mumbi and Minor.
Steph is.
Steph has
Steph Mumbi
Because I'm
featuring
waiting.
Minor.
Hey, man.
Madem wa Nairobi.
Steph
That was a
Nairobi
jam.
is such
Hey,
a
wait,
dope
that song.
That was a jam.
That
like
was-
I don't know what I don't know who produced it, but that's
Mr. Ian.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
You see this guy in school every day, but you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, I was also I never knew who Minor was. Kumbe it was someone who I talked to, like I didn't know he's called Minor. I used to call him like his English name.
Oh yeah.
You get? I was like, yo, Kumbe you're the guy. I've been listening to this jam say. It was like, yes. But now Minor, I just wrote Minor with the A's
Fours.
with V's.
With fours or
Yeah.
these, they do that.
You see?
That's
so I was
New
like,
Nairobi.
okay, so
That's
New
New
Nairobi, you
Nairobi
can be a masked figure. You can make,
You can make
music
from
in your
bedroom.
room.
Yeah, and release
And you
it.
walk outside.
No one has to know you.
No one has to know
Okay,
you.
now I get the whole.
But that's
So
part
do you
of
think
why
they'll ever like? Okay, we need to start seeing this endorsement streaming in so that these people. Okay, yes, it's New Nairobi, but the world needs to hear it. Okay, I've
Yeah,
heard
they
you
need to,
mentioning Red Bull Music.
Yeah.
Red Bull Music
you.
Academy, yeah.
So that's one endorsement that has
It's not an
entered.
endorsement.
You just
Music
go to school.
Academy.
It's a
Music
school.
Academy.
Oh, it's a school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just somewhere you get training on how to appeal to a bigger crowd. It's like a master class for musicians.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you said Sichang is the one who went.
I'm not sure who it is exactly.
But from EA
but
Wave.
Someone, one of them from EA Wave. He was being trained by Blinky Bill, by the way. So Blinky is kind of the one who, gave him that push.
And then Blinky doesn't perform in Kenya that often.
Why?
Same thing as MDQ.
Oh, he does. Wait, he does.
But not that.
Not as much. Come on, we talked about events and festival culture here last time. This guy is we Kenyans. We don't like.
No. I'm saying.
Actually, this comes into the issue you talked about of if they'll survive, if New Nairobi will survive for as long.
Mm-hmm.
That brings up now that's where cliques come in and spoil the whole thing.
Yeah.
You see that cliquish culture. Kenya is not made of cliques. Kenya is a everyman's state. Like especially if you're a musician,
Yeah.
you have to be able to appeal to everyone.
Yeah.
Especially the people kule kocha. Because that's the
masses.
That's
The masses.
the mass.
Yeah.
That's the actual mass. If you can't catch that crowd and you're waiting to catch just the crowd in Nairobi, you will have.
But I'm saying
You'll not get
when you
it.
look at Blinky's thingy,
Set.
his Instagram.
Yeah,
He plays Kenyan music.
he does.
But I'm saying, like, when you look at, I follow him on Twitter and he's barely ever in the country. He's just playing shows. Like over the weekend, I think.
You see, Blinky is the captain of the cool kids. Blinky is the captain of the cool kids.
Yeah, we were just having. What are we talking about? Just saying that nobody will ever realize how dope he is or give him his props as being a dope artist. But he's that guy who, when he's in a room, everybody is just like, that's a cool guy.
Blinky, it was like Blinky is the kind of guy who will go to the States, talk Swahili, and still be cool.
Yes.
Because Blinky has that. He has that air around him of, I'm in.
Why do you think so?
That's by the way, I don't even know. I don't even know how.
Because he's just a cool guy.
It's just there.
He's just a cool
Okay, I've
just
never met
there.
Blinky.
I've met
But
him. I've interviewed him. He's very, very
Really?
amazing.
From I heard this from Musyoka. I've interacted with Musyoka and he told me like how Hahe came about. So I've never met Blinky as personally, but from the experience I got from the word of mouth I got from Musyoka is like Blinky is a really good guy, like a cool guy and
Yeah.
he's a creative genius. That's what I can say.
He is, because when you look at.
We are live.
Oh, okay. Let me just do this.
Yeah. When you look at the music he's created, his last album, it's nothing like. It's nothing I have heard from a Kenyan in terms of production, in terms of how
The music, the sounds.
itself, the sound, and the even subject matter and such things. It's like you're listening to it and you're like, this is something I do not understand, but I really like.
I like it.
Yeah, which is something that I feel like many artists don't.
Which is
true.
which is why I'm telling you, New Nairobi won't grow. And why Blink is not part of New Nairobi is because he's not a cliquish kind of a guy. Blink is not, as much as he's in heart of just a band.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a band.
Yeah, just a band.
I think that did they stop or are they?
He's on tour with them.
They're on tour.
Hey, say that's
The thing
his
with
band.
these things, like you told me Red Bull Academy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now the problem with this, when we went to, what was that place?
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, these people are low-key working with each other.
Yeah.
Like the latest Blinky Bill, Mungu Halali. That song was shot by like one of the members from Just a Band. Did you know that?
This guy, Mbidi Masia.
Exactly.
My own
he's the one-
husband.
Yeah,
And he's the one
exactly.
who's directed the new
So
Sauti
He's
Sol
part
song.
of just a band.
No,
Yeah,
he
is.
He directed the new the Soul Generation song that we are going to talk about soon. Right
Yes.
So these people work with each other low-key, like without so many people knowing
Art
about
in
it.
its circles.
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
It's art in its circles.
And it's not, I'm not
It's
even
like-
complaining.
It's just even us here.
Yes.
now. Yeah.
You guys are you're the guys who have the most, I think, social podcast. Socially
Really?
focused.
Socially, not-
Socially focused.
Are you forgetting
podcast.
the
Not like- I'm not talking
shout
social-
out to musically, socially. That's
No,
what
I'm
you're
not talking social conscious. I'm talking socially in terms of interaction. Like guys would feel more, guys interact with your podcast more than they do with mine.
Okay.
So now, like you guys, when you go out there, people come up to you and they're like, "Hey, I heard your podcast." But then someone, whoever they are with, is like, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, why are you so excited over just this guy? You see, it's not a clique. It's just that it's the people familiar with your work. It's people who want to know your work. People who are exposed to your work. That's how they work. Like the way we're interacting now. If we never met, we'd never have this session.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I met this guy like more than 10 years ago.
And we never knew. And he never knew. I knew, but I couldn't put a finger
Exactly.
on why.
Primary school.
Primary school. Funny enough, I met Mr. Lou like exactly 10 years ago.
Oh, still in primary school.
Yes, still in primary school. So these people are people we interact with, but later on, that's why you find, someone saying, "Oh, Lupita, that person you were just doing XXX here up at Nairobi Theatre." And then now
she's an Oscar
Broadway.
winning
Yeah, she's winning the Oscar. Anyway,
Yeah.
so where were we? Where were we at?
We've digressed so much. We were talking about Camp Mulla and whether they are the originator, and then we moved.
See, this is the whole discussion.
Yes, we were still on track. Because we were talking about Blinky.
Yeah.
And the role he's
And
played
how
in
he's
New
not
Nairobi Artist.
But I feel like he's given many artists that sound is now generally accepted in outside of Kenya.
Accepted, yes. I thought you'd say he's given the sound because no one
As
can
much as we'd like to
Blink.
assume that before I see a show, before I see any casting, before I see people doing collaborations abroad, I'm not gonna accept that New Nairobi has broken borders.
Yeah, me too.
Borders,
That's a virtual assumption.
Until
I'll treat it as that.
I see one successfully commercial artist from New Nairobi, which is not a slight to what they are doing. I'm just saying they are in a lane where whatever they do, it appeals to a certain crowd that works for them.
You see,
maybe they don't need the big crowd. You see, and that's also fine.
the thing is, New Nairobi influenced also another culture in Tanzania.
What is it?
Tanzania? Okay, continue.
New Bongo.
New Bongo.
Bongo?
New Bongo.
New Bongo.
I would like to
Tell us about this.
Man. That
Is
you
that
see now
music
you see the way New Nairobi does not have that lyrical content.
Yeah.
New Bongo hands down, man. Those guys they're really good, by the way. You see,
Do they speak in English? First question.
surprisingly, some do,
Yeah.
most don't.
Oh.
It's Swahili. It's really good music.
It's just bongo music.
It's just not bongo that you'd used to.
Oh, okay.
But the elements of Bongo are still there.
Are they on the vibes way?
It's
they
vibes. It's vibes.
Uh-huh.
It's quality vibes. It's something. It's something. No shots fired, man. My
Shots
podcast,
fired.
OTB podcast at OTB Pod.ke. That's where you find me. My podcast is all. By the way, most of the songs I play are New Nairobi because I love those guys. It's music in my time. I'm not going to play music that's not in my time.
That's true.
So that's one thing. Why I'm still not against New Nairobi. I'm still not completely for them also.
I'm not completely sold on them.
Yeah,
I like their music. I honestly listen to a lot of, because that's all that happens on my SoundCloud. When I open, it's just New Nairobi artists.
Yeah. Plus, I've also kind of customized my feeds to just give me those artists coming through.
Okay.
New music.
So where do you consume your New Nairobi music from?
Mostly SoundCloud. Of
SoundCloud.
course. And YouTube.
I was
YouTube
talking about the
from
point that Karun had 500k plays on SoundCloud.
on Spotify.
On Spotify, sorry.
Spotify.
On Spotify. That should tell you something.
Yeah.
Most
She's
of
the
her
mother.
fans are not even in Kenya.
Exactly, which is
the
why
mother
I'm
of
telling you,
New
New Nairobi is not limited to Kenyan crowds as much as the name does appeal to New Nairobi.
So
Guys.
can we comfortably say that Karun has carried like a bunch of artists
Yeah.
on their cradle? Like no. Who can we say is the messiah of New Nairobi?
Who has she carried?
Like the whole idea of her getting 500k plays on
That's
Spotify.
just her. She didn't
She's
pick up
influenced.
anyone.
Okay, she's not carried.
She's not done features with
Let
any-
me rephrase my question. Has she she's influenced a lot of
Influence, yes. Influence,
right?
yes. But carrying...
there's some artists I hear. I'm like, okay, this is basically Karun. Basically,
Yeah. And also most of those artists, most of those artists cite Karuna as, the one who influenced them.
Exactly. And me, when I was hearing Camp Mulla, I was like, oh shit.
This
Who's
chick
this
has a
lady?
voice.
Who's
Exactly.
this chick, man?
She actually had
because
such a
she had she carried the sex appeal of the group. Because it was a boy group. Dominantly,
and then she comes in with this angelic vocals, man.
Yeah, and she was writing the hook. She made us spell addicted.
Man.
She made us spell a word on a song.
The whole time, every single time, low failure.
Man.
That's actually so dope. Anyway, so New Nairobi, I think, has a long way to go. And Camp Mulla.
How old is New Nairobi, first of all?
Let's say 10. Let's give them 10 years.
Nah, 10 is too many.
10 is too big, man.
7.
Probably from 2014, early stages.
In terms of the whole culture or just the music?
New Nairobi started in 2015, actually. Too many siblings. Like I told you, the culture, the fashion.
Thrift social.
Thrift social.
Yeah.
2015, 2016. 2014. So anytime from 2014.
So it's safe to say that Camp Mulla are the originators of the New Nairobi sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Karum being the spear.
She's the mother. she's the mother of all those niggas.
She's the mother of all these New Nairobi artists. Anyway, so currently we're live. Shout out to Sam, John. We should do this more often.
No.
Sam,
I don't know about that.
We're joined by another podcast. The Sessions podcast joined.
Sessions.
The Sessions.
Wow.
You know that? You know
Sessions. Nah.
You heard of them?
I've heard. No, I think I should. Let me just. You still live?
Yeah, I'm still live.
Okay.
And I'll put it like it will go on for 24 hours.
Okay, so
Before we wrap up, because I'm seeing time is also not on our side. Okay, we need to talk about this
Extravaganza,
and we
Soul
talked
Generation.
about this Kitambo and the whole idea, and even people were coming for our heads. Oh, Marek is not gonna be he's not the brainchild behind Soul Generation, whatnot. And we definitely knew
Marek is the managing director of Soul Generation. So he's that guy there.
And I'm smelling a big record deal coming into the in bed with these guys.
With Soul
Probably
Generation.
Sony.
I think Soul Generation, I think they do. They already have a deal.
They're already an imprint.
Aren't they under Sony? Aren't they already with Sony? I actually think they are.
Because there was there's a story. Let me say this.
The problem with these things, if they were out, we'll have known. Trust me, already deeply involved in the industry.
Listen,
we'll have known.
There was I think it was last year but one when I read somewhere that they had signed a deal with Sony. Then apparently that was not true. And then at the beginning
we're not talking about Sauti Soul, the company. We're talking about Soul Generation.
Yeah, but
the
I'm
label.
saying the company, the artists themselves, they were signed, and the Soul Generation is an imprint. I don't know it's an imprint of what, but I know it's an imprint because you have to see that they've gone through this.
So you're saying they're signed? Long story short,
Soul Generation.
Yeah,
I think they are.
Soul Generation, no. Sauti Soul, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
same thing.
So Sauti Soul may be signed by Soul Generation.
Underground, probably a distribution deal.
They had. I think that was the deal they had with Sony.
Probably because we don't know these things.
Yeah, we don't know.
You know, of course, you're not gonna give credit to. Of course, you want the credit to yourself.
Yeah,
you're gonna say, "Oh shit, we did an album, and the first 4 days we did 300,000 downloads, 500,000, 500,000. Of course, you want that credit, but behind the scenes there are people pushing the buttons. There are people
PR.
Anyiko. And those guys.
Anyiko is not is not their PR anymore. She's the one who started with them.
She was their PR.
She was the one who shot them to fame. But
they're still on her website.
Come on, you can be on Anyiko's website for attending an event. Don't tell me that you're still on the website. It's a website.
She even has Major Lazer and Diplo and like all those guys.
The thing with PR is just a company.
Yeah, and
it's just the people who advertise for you.
It's just marketing.
Yeah,
so who's doing PR for Sauti Soul right now?
Right now, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's Anyiko.
Probably last time, own PR.
Last I
because
had,
I remember they had billboards. Like they had a whole fully fledged marketing campaign. It's like a new product as
last I
the market.
they had split ways with Anyiko.
Why?
Probably true because Anyiko is quite pricey.
There's so many stories.
Quite pricey.
I tried to do it with her, and what I got was
do what with her?
See,
yeah, you need to check what it was.
Yeah, you need to be specific.
Phrasing.
to do business with her, and what I had was 100K for 6 months.
You see,
100K for 6. That's quite affordable for an artist.
if you go to Kalete Mumo, she will charge you $250,000 anyway. So
quite affordable for an artist. 6 months, 100K with Anyiko's
It depends,
PR.
But I think
that was probably the starter pack
probably.
for. Were you marketing an artist?
Yeah. I was trying to get somebody.
That's the starter pack price because PR prices are expensive.
Plus,
Packages,
there's packages.
there's packages.
What did you want for the artist? But 100K is quite affordable.
Radio
It
shows.
is, but like it is and it's not, depending
And
on how you want to look at
I
it.
said affordable. I didn't say it's for everyone. I also added quite.
Yes.
You're just playing safe.
Yeah.
You're just playing
No,
safe.
okay. Let's put it this way. For you to chuck 100K at a go to pay someone, and you be under this person for 6 months, that's a lot of money. In whichever way you want to,
Especially for a new artist. It'll be very, very expensive.
That's a lot of money as compared to you paying that like every month, or it's subdivided into different times. You see, so maybe I get why, but she does. She's.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Okay, I'm digressing. I didn't know there are filters on live.
Don't do that shit.
What the hell?
Okay, so Nini, who's this? Fuck, now I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Now look. Why you focus?
Anyiko's PR. She was in the video, right? She was in a Sauti Sol video.
Yeah, the first Java, nikupeleke Java.
Haikuwa hiyo. It was the other one, blue uniform.
The one where they're all
I'm telling you something I saw recently, so I know what I'm saying. Bro.
Okay, then she was in that blue uniform video also.
They were friends probably.
Yeah,
They were. Anyiko was in campus and then they were in campus together. So she approached them and was like, hey man, let me do some management of PR for you.
Yeah.
So they worked together for like from 3 years. I don't know the number of years exactly. And then I don't know
what's this story all about Anyiko, because this is not the first time I'm hearing bad press about Anyiko.
Really?
I did say, okay. I've also had a lot of stories
People
about
complaining about, is it because like the PR wing in Kenya has not fully been established?
Or maybe
plus,
the PR is
think
there are
about
no-
it.
and there
She
are
was
no-
actually the first. She's actually among the initiators of
Music
PR.
Yeah.
Entertainment, not just music, entertainment PR.
Yeah.
She's actually one of the first ones to come in with that kind of idea.
She worked with...
So I think guys came in with expectations, and then when she doesn't reach up
Yo,
to them,
Bukati,
guys are
did you
still
know there
complaining.
was... Oh, this is our prod by the way, guys. Did you know there are
he's responsible for losing the episode.
Did you know there are filters on IG Live?
Do you want to explain what happened to the followers?
Filters, man.
This podcast is wild today. We've been all over the place. But Bukachi, seriously, just give them not a technical explanation, but just like a what happened.
A lowdown.
No, on the mic, Nick, on the mic.
I'm a shit person. That's what happened. It's just shit. I'm a shit person.
So shit happened and we lost the episode.
I lost the episode.
Yeah, that's
Shout out to you, Nene K, by the way.
Shout out to Nene.
It was a dope episode. So.
Apologies to you, Nene.
Apologies too. And so back to this Soul Generation thingy. I think the reason why so you're saying you were talking about Anyiko and bad press.
Yeah, okay. I saw one that there was a restaurant in the Hub. This was interesting actually. So it was around the time for Ramadan.
Yeah.
And you know Ramadan is associated with Muslims, yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out to our Muslim brothers and listeners.
Yeah,
So,
shout out to y'all.
So
Especially the sisters.
That shit, please, my nigga.
So they actually post meat pork like on their page, and they're like, happy Ramadan to a Muslim.
Hey, that's crazy.
Yo, how do you, like, we welcome you.
Wait. The hotel. under Anyiko or under
yes, and Anyiko was handling the pre-PR.
Hey,
You get me?
yeah, that was
bad.
that was a
That's
slip
bad.
up of
That's
the
bad.
decade, man.
So yeah, exactly. So that, and I don't know, I don't want to mention names, but a lot of other shit I've heard from other labels claiming that
I know who you're talking about.
Oh shit, man.
claiming that okay, yes, we pay a premium for you and Nico, blah blah blah, but we never got the worth of.
But
okay,
you know
yes,
that's
yes, we're getting radio and whatnot. We're getting radio tours when we're releasing a song, but we never get like the engagement we want.
But that's the thing.
You get.
But that's the thing. Engaging a PR firm does not guarantee that. They just give you the visibility, whether that it translates into whatever you want in terms of views and the interactions and impressions and all that.
Yeah.
is a whole different concept. But the PR firm, their work is just to go on, push your song to the different media stations. It's not. They do not guarantee results.
Nope.
Because
You see, PR.
I tried to-
PR and engagement are one thing, because if you're doing PR for me, Victor,
Yeah.
if I hire you for PR, it's because I know you have the ability to reach an audience that I can't reach on my own. And from that audience, I expect, some returns,
Yeah.
because this is an investment I'm making. I've paid you 100 million to do PR for me.
Yeah.
Either you bring back,
100 million.
either I'm giving an estimate. I'm giving an estimate.
That's
Hey,
possible.
Kwani, you're
Did
trying
you
to
see-
sell
did you-
what?
Did you see the Cambridge Analytica stories that were going around with the Kenyan elections and how they and
Probably I'm broke, but it's okay. High chances that I'm the one who's broke. Continue.
Yeah, so if I give you that amount, such X amount of money, I expect returns for that money.
Yeah, but it's only I can only guarantee I'll take you to the trend. I'll take you to 10/10. I cannot guarantee that by the end of that radio tour. What if your shit is work?
Okay, there's this piece there's this article that was making, there's this influencer online. I think it was Brian Bunde, one of them. He asked, why do people pay for music? Why do people? Let me actually look for that tweet, because it was a
It
very
was something to do with music and payment.
Music and payment. Like, why do you pay for that?
For music.
I don't pay for music.
Marketing. Why do you pay for marketing? Actually, that was the question.
okay.
Why do artists pay for what is the use of paying for marketing? And then there's Dana Seda. I like Dana Seda because he's a very good musician, since he understands the business of music itself.
Yeah.
So he always shares tips on that kind of thing. So he shared this article on Rihanna's Man Down marketing plan. That shit had a budget. Like, you could use that money to build hotels for one song.
The Jamaican song.
Rihanna Man Down.
Really?
That was like one of the best songs.
You see, yeah, you might think it's one of the best songs, but actually,
it's probably not.
It performed poorly.
Really?
That's what I was.
According to the estimates on that article, it performed poorly.
It was a song talking about killing people, right?
It was actually a response to "I killed the sheriff, I shot the sheriff," the reggae song.
Yeah.
Actually, the song was created with that idea, a response to that song. So they have the marketing budget has songwriters in it. It has
Producers.
It has producers. Studio time.
Probably writers, because Rihanna writes.
Since you're songwriters, so for songwriters,
Ghostwriters.
like, especially for songwriters,
Probably
Rihanna is actually a performer. She's not an artist.
Yeah.
Keep that
Because
advice.
I think we were being told that Rihanna's written 2 of her songs and she has probably 100 songs.
In the
Like,
rated R album.
she gets nothing from Man Down, actually.
in terms of royalties.
Until it recoups the amount that was invested in marketing.
Wait, she was under Rock Nation at that time.
I'm not sure. With labels, I'm not familiar with them. But yeah, she gets nothing from that until it recoups all the money that was
But
invested.
that's kind of like the same industry.
Here's the tweet. Never understood why musicians pay influencers to push their songs. Kama ngoma ni poa, itapata airplay. Itakaa radio or telly wakibana.
That's true.
We
That's
need
not
to.
true.
Music is a product just like any other.
That's not true.
So
There's
Dana Seda came in with cheeky project, yeah? Marketing versus your production, which is where he explained. That article now comes in. Actually, the article is by NPR. If you're familiar with
the network.
Yeah, NPR.
They have
I
one
like-
of the Tiny Desk concerts.
I like one of their podcasts. I've been listening to it like the whole of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's called How I Built This from NPR. You guys should listen to it.
Yeah. So yeah, the guys who wrote that kind of article, and they explain everything, why there's that budget for marketing, because that marketing budget means a lot.
It does.
It means a lot
But that's why I was talking
to
about
the success of a song and to the success of an artist.
That's why I was talking about the industry plan conversation is, yes, they might, and this is maybe the second Rihanna song that has performed poorly. I think Bitch Better Have My Money is another one where the label pumps money. So how are you saying that an artist who is not known, you pump money into their production and you just get, and just because money has been pumped, they become successful?
Well, I want to tell you something about, especially, let me relate this to the Kenyan market. If I am an unknown artist, I pump in some money into music.
Yeah.
And this music reaches wasiwa Ocha.
Yeah.
These guys were Ocha, hear the song once and they're like, fuck, ndapata wapi ngoma. That's Mdundo. Direct.
Yeah.
Mdundo, you shoot up in the list. You shoot up in Mdundo list. Guys browsing Mdundo from wherever, they're like, okay, this guy is bumping in Kenya. Who is he?
Yeah.
You gain that fame. You gain that, people start knowing you. That shows.
Okay.
Especially in Kenya, one of the most sure ways guys have made money in music is through shows.
Bread and butter. Yeah.
It's through shows. Actually, that's something like, guys, why don't you make merchandise? Why don't you have anything else other than your music? What else can you give us?
That's something, that's a discussion that
Why can't you make
artists never
films?
want to hear that.
Why can't you make films?
But you know why? Because you spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And that
Stupid.
concept,
I mean,
that concept has not sunk in many people's heads. That's why.
True. Okay, there's
That's
that.
That's why you will find that you just want to do your song and say that it's a good song. It will take itself
Yes.
wherever it needs to.
That's you're blinding yourself.
Yeah.
Because even Beyonce, she has a market. She markets
She
herself.
marketed the Netflix film.
Not even Beyonce. not even Beyonce. Coca-Cola. If you look at the budget they use for marketing,
Exactly.
and I don't need to be convinced
No one needs to be
anymore.
told about Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, but they still budget exactly. So
They know the importance of this thing.
Yes.
They understand push in money to get back money.
Yes. All this came from us talking about Sauti Sol and
Extravaganza. We haven't even talked about
We haven't even
extravaganza.
talked about
this
the
is
song
gonna be a
itself.
long ass episode.
So yeah.
So Extravaganza is the first soul from Soul Generation as a label.
Yes.
Soul Generation being the Sauti Sol.
Legacy project. Sauti Sol legacy project.
Do you think that's important for artists?
For now, yes, it is, because we need to start telling our stories.
Okay.
And the only way you can tell your story is if you have people to tell your story.
So let me play a bit of the song so that we can see what we are.
And then I can tell my qualms with this song.
I haven't listened to it long enough to know what's
I don't need
what's
to.
wrong.
I just listened to it once and
Really once. And you already formed an opinion about on it.
that quick with my criticisms.
Rumba imejamba, Sauti Sol na dieri ya kumechacha. Karibuni kwenye Extravaganza, Benzoli alipofika alifunika. Wakaja na madrama.
What's wrong? What exactly is wrong with this song, Eugene?
Are you first off, are you going to talk about Binyavanga Wainaina?
Oh shit! By the way, okay, let's just pause this shit. Binyavanga, rest in peace to me, Binyavanga Wainaina.
Did you ever read any of Binyavanga's works?
No,
Pepper?
I wasn't exposed to his work up until.
I'm first of all, I think I told this story off air, but one of the only experience I had with meeting this guy was very, very weird. So I'm gonna refrain from talking about that guy. But rest in peace to his soul.
Yeah, I've also had stories, but I think
this is first-hand information.
because I actually
don't know about
the reason I'm talking about Binyavanga is because he's on. There's a TED talk with Binyavanga right here. I just
really?
logged into YouTube and saw it, And he is in a dress. Is this a dress or what is this?
What?
Yeah. Exactly why I just asked that. So Extravaganza. Before I
Rest in peace to Binyavanga.
R.I.P. to Binyavanga.
A renowned Kenyan author.
Yeah.
And
Apparently he opened the doors, termed as one of the, what is this called? Rebel writers of his time.
Yeah.
I would actually be interested to read some of his.
I'll go do some digging.
I may just, actually I'll just watch this TED Talk sometime.
He has a TED Talk.
Yeah, he does. TEDx Houston.
Houston.
Houston. Houston. Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Extravaganza.
Yes.
So what do you think of the song Pepper?
Okay. I let it grow on me. I've just listened to it maybe twice. Although I like the message, that I can say for a fact.
Message?
Yes, the message.
Huh?
Well, let me finish what I'm saying. Come on, chill out, man.
Okay.
He does have a point.
Okay,
Chill out.
I can see where the message comes
So the
in
message is like, you thought ati unaenda kusini but unajipata kaskazini. You thought like you do something expecting something else, but
yes,
you thought. I also like the visuals, and the best thing I like about it is like Sauti Sol are giving back now. We're tired of people saying, oh, Sauti Sol, you haven't done anything for the industry. Now they're giving back.
Yeah.
There's Nviri, there's Crystal Asige, who I think has the most potential out of that crop.
and Kaskazini and Bensol.
Nviri. How do you just leave out Nviri the storyteller?
That's my opinion, guys.
Okay, sir.
Oh, by the way.
Melanie.
Yeah, that's just me. That's just one. Because I had this, when I had Crystal Asige, I was like, okay, this is Susanna Wiyo. This is Saida Karoli. This is
Nyota
probably
Ndogo.
Nyota Ndogo wrapped in all one person.
Which brings okay,
Exactly.
Just
So-
go on.
Yeah.
Eugene, what do you think of this?
So you see, you've just heard what Pepper said that when he had Crystal Asige, he had those other three artists.
Yeah.
When I told you about the Bensol song.
Which
First
song?
one.
The
Lucy.
first one.
Is it Lucy?
Yeah, that was a Sauti Sol
Lucy,
song.
yeah, that song.
That was a
You remember I
Sauti Sol
told you when I played it for my small bro, he thought it was Sauti Sol because he sounds
Yes.
like all three of them.
Yes. And I told Pepper that and he didn't believe what I was telling him.
Yeah, I got what you said. At first, I never really understood what you were saying, but the musical elements, they're heavily influenced by Sauti Sol, and even the arrangement.
Not influence. So Bensol used to write for them.
Yes, there's that.
Bensol used to write for Sauti Sol.
Bensol had a
has
career
written for-
before even Sauti Sol took in Bensol. He had a career
Okay.
spanning to
I didn't know
Tanzania, writing
Bensol.
for people.
Let me just tell you one thing before Lucy, I didn't know who Bensol was.
Exactly, but he's
So
No,
that's
he
why
had a
that's why I'm just saying from my perspective.
he was in that
So that's why I'm saying
he was in the scene with the band.
he's written for Alikiba. Keep that in mind.
What song?
An unreleased Nyashinsky song.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same guy. This is all before Soul Generation. But of course, he was still working with Sauti Sol, low key, the kind that we interact, that kind of way. So, Extravaganza. My problem with Extravaganza is, I don't know, has a generic sound to it. I'm sorry.
That rumba.
That rumba feel, it's like an overplayed rumba song.
Okay.
What's wrong
I
with
hear.
I'm not saying anything wrong with rumba. Like they could have done a better rumba sample, a better rumba, beat for it. But yeah, so far it sounds kawaida.
Do you think it will grow on you?
Maybe,
And I've been wondering
but I'm not so hopeful for it. The other thing that I like about it is they brought in Nviri the storyteller. Now Nviri, I followed Nviri.
Considerably, Sauti Sol owe him a lot because they gave he gave Sauti Sol the biggest hit of their career.
Melanie, not of their career.
Of their career, come on.
Melanin.
Yeah,
No.
the biggest song of their career.
Is melanin the biggest?
Yes.
If it wasn't for Sura Yako, they wouldn't have melanin.
Yes.
No, we're not talking about succession.
Yeah,
We're not talking about if it's like saying if this never happened, we're talking of general speaking. You get it's like saying Lil Wayne if he never did
Amili.
Amili, he will not have maybe for the love song. What's it called?
Yeah.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? I'm just talking collectively. Like if Sauti Sol stopped their career right now, their biggest song is Melanin.
Okay.
Yes.
Debatable, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I'm glad they brought in Viri, Crystal, and Bensol. So I do hope.
And Kaskazini.
The depth.
And Kaskazini, which is a...
Oh, and Kaskazini.
I've never heard any of their music.
You should go listen to Matumbo Kwanza with Kaskazini. Really? I love that song. They were, you know, the thing I've noticed also, they've picked some artists from this thing called Jamhuri Events.
That's when we were talking about Soul Generation, when they announced Soul Generation, one of the questions was, who are Sauti Sol going to sign? Because I felt like they needed to sign artists along the Bensol and Heart the Band line.
Yeah, Kaskazini is like Heart the Band, but they are a band, but Kaskazini have a youthful feel to them. See, Heart the Band have a fun, hype feel to them. Kaskazini have a youthful, I can listen to you tell me advice, give me advice kind of feel to them. Because like that song of theirs, Matumbo, which is one of my favorite songs for them, it's a really nice song. It talks about how, you know, you have this chick who looks high class, but then mnaenda naye pale and then low class habits in an instant. I'm not saying, but yeah, it's a really nice song. Check it out, by the way.
So, Nini, for me, I think the Sauti Soul Generation are have an album coming out. That's, I think.
Come to think of it, on Boomplay, the Extravaganza is listed as an album.
I think happens.
It'll come
at the time
because I think they already have the songs. Now it's just releasing them.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think. I know they have the songs. Just releasing.
I
them.
know for a fact that
someone leaked them. I've never seen anyone leaking shit here.
Link who?
Like leaking like songs. You know the way Kanye's album leaked?
Oh.
I just want to see shit leaked.
I'm saying there's a patch of computer that went missing. Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that.
There's also a Kaka. There's also Kaka. That time his laptop was stolen at the petrol station.
I know.
At the coffee shop. Was it a coffee
petrol
shop?
Station? Like he was caught at gunpoint.
Shit. But, okay, I'm not saying
about
anyone should
a whole
die.
Computer. You know this
Even Kanye's cousin held the whole of the life of Pablo at ransom.
Yeah, it was just
So Kanye was like, shit, my work is there.
250K.
Wow, that's craziness.
So I don't know who produces for, if there's one collective, like if you put all your songs in one.
I can't believe I said that on air.
Hey,
what's wrong with it?
See, there's edits,
that's
man.
private.
If you want it to go,
fuck it,
edits.
it will go out. It will go out like that, I don't care.
Yeah.
So the problem with putting all your eggs in one basket, So Tisol, you put all the demos. Apo tuseme hapo that Studio X, and then some.
So you know where they record?
It's because we don't
just lead to it.
We don't give people. We don't be accessories to a crime. So let's leave.
So you leave it there and say, yes, maybe it's password even protected.
I remember
but
that time.
they are hackers these days.
I remember that.
Leak
time,
that shit.
That time we met. We met Musiox and then he was walking out and he had left his bag. So I was like, yo, isn't that your bag? Then he was like, wow. Decimeta 2 yote iko hapa ndani.
So can you imagine if just went missing?
Holding ransomware. That's ransomware.
If I got hold of that, no, let me not. Shut up. But Nadra's played me some songs from that album and they're nice. So
wait, Decimeter, this is volume 1 that was out.
Yeah.
So there's volume 2 coming out. It's Nadra, by the way, you need that album. We're still waiting.
We'll just wait. We'll ask you.
The next album from Decimal is of the DJ. He's called
Jack Rooster.
Jack Rooster.
Jack Rooster.
Yeah.
But Jack
He's
Rooster.
taking Wamlambes is his first installment. He's his first single.
Wamlambe is
no, not that. There's 2 Wamlambes.
Wamlambes Wamnyonyez. You know, actually.
Wait, there's a ratchet as
Exactly.
version.
That's what I'm telling you. There's 2 of them.
We are talking about the one for Decimal.
Yeah,
we're not talking about the other one.
See, that's
No, that's not the ratchet one. There's a different one. It's the one with this
Bonai. The whole of Decimal is there.
Oh, okay.
Then there's that other one. That's the one you're talking about.
So I honestly think Soul Generation have an album coming.
Me too.
Yeah, they
but
do.
not this year.
Oh, and also,
year,
have you
this year,
noticed
what has
like it's
Sauti
not
Sol
only
been
Sauti Sol who've done that legacy project thing. King Kaka has Empire's Gold. Jadi just released their first song last weekend.
Oh, Jadi released their first song?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
That's a
Mimi
group.
Nawewe.
That's a group.
Yeah, it's three kids.
Young guys.
3 young kids doing a really good job. They have really nice writing skills. I do hope it's not just the one hit kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
And also there's Bridget Blue. And
Yeah,
Shout out to Bridget. Yo,
like a
she
rose.
has a banging body, man.
Hey, come on, man.
And her voice.
No, I'm just shouting out.
But she-
What's wrong with appreciating?
And then she's the thing is with Bridget, she's very chilled. Like there's chilled, and
what
then,
I was-
and then there's Bridget chilled. I've met her. I'm telling you,
what I was told-
this is from interviews. This is from interviewing her and meeting her,
Yeah.
and talking to her. She's like there's chilled, and then there's what Bridget has. I don't know what it is.
But like,
You see the way you say Betty doesn't have energy.
she doesn't, even when you see her,
That's how Bridget is.
like she's just chill. Like
But
she's
then,
just chill.
like
person.
Pepper said, that body though.
For Bridget Blue.
How old is she?
Younger than you. But yeah,
That's an answer. too,
appropriate. She finished last year.
She's that young.
She's young.
Hey, okay.
She's taking flight dispatch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's it. I didn't even know that. I only know her because somebody told me.
Flight dispatch. What's that?
That's
Like
the guys at the control
flight
station Nini airport.
Yeah.
Flight control.
That's what she does for a living.
No, she's studying that. Aviation.
I just met somebody, a friend of mine told me they go to church together. So I was like, oh, really? Yeah. And she was like, oh, she's in a song with King Kaka. I was like, oh, yeah, that's amazing. So,
But I still feel like they over-sexualized her songs.
with like what song?
All of them.
For Bridget Blue.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like there's
They could have given her a different
for
vibe.
women, like for
You see,
women.
you've seen, you know what Georgia Smith does?
Georgia Smith is. I like her music, but like she has that sex appeal
Exactly.
without having to show anything.
Exactly.
Yes.
That sultriness is what they should have given this kind of art.
You sound like someone I know throwing adjectives everywhere.
I didn't throw any adjective. I just said okay, but like I understand.
Sultriness. Yeah.
That's you said sultriness. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Eugene.
So anyway,
Very.
So can we wrap it up?
Wait, Sanaipe Tande,
What about her?
new song.
She has
I've not heard.
Is that story about her getting signed public? I wouldn't say by.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, let's not make
Sanaipe.
jokes about that. But I'm sure that nigga is throwing feet somewhere because of that new song.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, who else? Oh, Masauti and Nadia.
Nadia Mukami.
Eugene had something interesting to say about that song.
I feel like Nadia Katambe, you need a little bit more variety in your music.
Really?
Like, I feel like she's singing the same song over and over. Like, her flows don't change. You know, it's poetry. This is poetry. Hers is poetry. It's Swahili.
Yeah.
Ni tango hiyo kitu. Hiyo. So I feel like she could change it up a bit. Maybe do a little something fast-paced, a little something, we move around.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I still feel I'm iffy about that song. But yeah, she's still doing a good job. She left her label, Hail Mind Entertainment.
No,
Yeah, she exited.
that was her management. That was not a label.
It's the label that was with her. That's the one that put her where she is with David Guoro. She even left David.
No, Dave Goro.
No.
Come on. This nigga, he has
So-
like stories for days about these niggas, but
The
he doesn't
problem,
have to say them
the
out
problem is
here.
these stories are not publicly out
Exactly,
there.
Abraham.
And-
Why did you
and-
say you don't know him? You know
Because
him.
I don't want to be affiliated.
I spoke to him. He's a nice guy.
No problem.
Over the phone.
Good for
over
you.
the phone.
Court
over,
cases, say.
over the phone.
Avoid all of them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you're forcing me to know him.
Over the phone, he sounded like a nice guy, but from the stories I've heard about him, it's craziness. See, he was even managing Arrow Boy. And they
did?
split ways, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But I knew he was with Nadia.
Yeah, so Arrow Boy's album is still due for August, so I'm still waiting for that. As we close the show, do Do you have anything to add, Eugene? Do you want to plug in your podcast right now?
Check aka OTB Pod KE at OTB Pod KE. That's where you find me. Twitter, Instagram, wherever else you want to find me. You can listen to my podcast, by the way. It's on Radio Public. Just search for Out the Booth Podcast Kenya. You check out my socials, just find the links there. Personal accounts at _Eugene Kim. Kim with a Y, that's on Instagram. Kim with an I, that's on Twitter. Other than that, yes, keep it fresh every other day. Hugs, not drugs. That's the saying, people.
Anyway, you know who we are. This is What Is This Podcast. This has been episode 33. We didn't have an episode last week, but we had an episode last week. It's a long story that
I hope that the files magically
reappear. Yes. So to end this podcast, I'm playing this song by 125 featuring my crew called How We Do. I really like this song. It's a modern
awesome
song.
I like
but
it.
It's
But 125 always have that vibe, that bringing in local sounds into their music.
I had that song. I remember it.
that song is really I really like that song. So see you guys next week.
Play it.
As you can see, we promised you guests and now we have guests. So whatever, man. See you guys.
I'm late for that presentation. Fuck.
4:48. Sorry.
Okay.
Nikioreda kwa track tunachafua kani tembo zimeshika kwa pub ni kuanua na wasupa kama wote kwa club ni kuchambua kwa wamadha wanatunda kwa club ni kuanua kolabo moto kwa mic na mic rua tushanusa hizi from fani kuchambua hizi maso machwani zifike thao empire tuna build na deal ni just a band. Asante sana jaja kutufikisha kasi wewe singekuwa na psych na himotisha ya kutisha marapa na hizi amo na mangoma za kucheza kwa bafu hadi makampo zinadai kutuweka kwa list juu ya ushura waelewe ni kwa nini mafanzo kuna nduru Eastlands kwenye John ilitoka ni buruburu saini niko 125 the clicks ndo maguu classic moke muone how we do moke one play kara mote kwa igwa kawiru how we do your time is up now, turn up the radio, listen to us now. The flow is detrimental just to kill this instrumental. I'm one of the best that's ever done it, I'd rather be doing it. All of you gonna respect the young hunter for doing this. Then you gonna be asking who the fuck is this. Then all of you rappers gonna retire when I be done with this flow. Cause I be making more dough. Pull up to the studio looking fresh in the photo. Phantom, cause see you rappers I'm a ghost. Or call me Tim Duncan, I'll be dunking on your post. Came through with the heat and the spur of the moment. Game 7 MVP, that's how you know that I'm on it. How we do, how we do, how we do, yeah, piga saluti 125 imeingia, piga saluti njonizo mmetusikia karibia, juizo maganzi mtadisia na kuambia heshima mtatupatia dhisia, kama ni kushoma rangi za tao, lakini vile unashema utajua nyeri ndio kwao, dozi na ewa mke hauna enyi kwa hao, hiyo kisanga ndio ilifanyikia roba ule wa sao, makeup ni lazima na kafiti na nywele, haga wezi pima tripigwa miti milele, ukiamka kondalua shakwekea mchele, ukiamka round 2 unakuta una ene, so ateke neke ureda we, usinipigie simu kaongii kusucheda we, usiniulize itakuwaje unachekisha kuwa 125 tushafanya kolabo na Mike Crew.